Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me back on my channel. My name is Tracie Collins, and here is where I talk business scalability, which I absolutely love. I absolutely love helping women to reach their fullest potential in their businesses and brands. So let's get started. So today's video is about how we can maximize our monetization through magic. So 5 shifts every woman in leadership must make in order to monetize her magic and scale with ease. Let's get started. The first one, and this is the one that I always see, even the women who have accomplished so much, they are heavily, skilled and degreed, multi-degreed, they struggle with shifting their mindset from worker to wealth creator. They absolutely struggle in this area. And this one breaks my heart, believe it or not. This one is, if you could only see you through my eyes, then this would not be happening, right? So how do you start shifting the mindset from worker to wealth creator? The first one is stop trading your time for money. Building scalable value is, you are brilliant. So how do you begin to shift that brilliance into people paying you for what you know? And when they work with you, they can feel the impact. Okay, so shifting the mindset is really going into understanding your value, who you are, knowing that you're enough and what you bring to the table or your level of expertise is more than enough. Okay, so mindset work is essential as a leader. You must embody the leader mindset and also wealth generating. Now, let's talk about wealth for a second. Wealth, oftentimes people think it's just about money. Yes, it is about money, but that's not all. It is about operating in abundance, being a magnet for money, knowing that you are deserving, knowing that you are worthy of all things good, that you expect miracles to happen in your everyday life because you are that abundant. So when we start talking about being a wealth generator and operating in wealth mindset and shifting that, we have to make sure that you are meditating in the morning. How are you starting your mornings? How are you coming into a brand new day? What mindset practices do you embody every day that will take you to the next level, that will put you in alignment with the kind of business and clientele that you are seeking? Oftentimes we want to charge up here, but we're operating down here. You can't do that. In order for us to maximize and capitalize on our brilliance, we have to embody the mindset of a leader that moves like this, up here in this level of alignment. We can't vibrate low. Okay, so my encouragement to you is making sure that you are first working on that mind. That thing is a continuous operation because it's about letting go and unlearning a lot of things that society has taught us about ourselves and how we should be, especially as women in business and women in leadership, to embodying what a leader actually looks like and how they move and how they operate. Okay. Next is embrace leader mindset that's in worth, understanding your value. One of the exercises that I have people do who are struggling with, how do I shift my mindset that, things are based now in my worth and value, abundance and clarity versus what society says I should do and how it says I should operate. The exercise that I encourage you to do is write down all of your accomplishments. And I want you to start as far back as you can remember. As far back as you can remember, meaning as a child, what did you accomplish? And then go forward. Now, when you get to the 5th page, because I know you will, because you've accomplished that much, you'll be like, oh, wait a minute. Why am I operating in such a low vibrational mindset that is attracting the kind of people that I am not in alignment to work, or that I no longer want to work with, or I don't see my business growing in that space? We have to understand you bring a lot to the table, and now it's time to bring it to the forefront. Know it, embody it, move in it, be confident in it, not arrogant, but confident, and know that you are absolutely worthy. The next one is releasing imposter syndrome and embrace legacy level thinking. right? I work with women in leadership to create scalable, sellable businesses, and I have them think about the legacy that they're building, thinking about what do you want for yourself? What do you want your business and brand to say? For me, it's really about how do leaders move in ease? How do leaders embody wellness and be successful in it? Because oftentimes we as women do business as men, and that isn't sustainable. That does not work for us. But now it's like, how are we building a brand and business that is authentic to who we are? That encapsulates our value. When people come, they are excited to work with us. They understand what they're getting and how we can take them from A to Z in just 0 to 60 seconds. Okay. All right. Number 2, shift from chaos to systems. Automation is liberation. Automate your systems, automate things. Get a software that is robust, that supports your business, a software that you can have content scheduled out, a software that you can have newsletters and email automations and funnels, things like that. Get a software that supports your business and that has maximum capacity. I remember when I first started out, I operated in a system because it just allowed me to get my business out there. But as my business grew, as my reach grew, I needed a more robust system. So I switched over, and I found one that absolutely works for me. So making sure that you are automating your systems, you are not doing things manually, creating workflows, funnels, email messages, upsells and downsells is another great one to continue to keep your audience engaged and involved with what you have going on, and making sure that these systems are in place so that way you have a software that does not drain you but supports you. And then also delegate. Hire somebody. Hire somebody to do this. Hire somebody else to be an admin assistant. Hire somebody to be an executive assistant. Hire somebody for social media marketing. Hire somebody, because what it does when you put people in place, when you are ready to put people in place, it frees up your time so you can focus on the things that you need to so your business and brand can grow, because that is what leadership is about. That is what building and scaling is about, is operating in our maximum capacity in our field of genius. And the things that are not in our field of genius, we are delegating. Okay. The next one is shift from being seen to being known. Visibility in today's day is currency. And again, I work, some of the most skilled women work with me, and I'm so grateful. But when I tell you, it is like pulling teeth, getting them to show up and be visible in their business. People have to know who you are. They have to know who you are. You have to build that know, like, trust factor. They have to like who you are. Then they have to trust you. And then it takes at least 7 times for them to say, okay, I'm going to spend my money with you. You understand where I'm going with this? Visibility is currency. So you want to shift from being seen to really being known from what it is that you do, what it is that you offer, and operating in your field of genius, in your zone of genius. So how do you do this? Is you must own your niche, tomato. You must own your niche. You must own it. For me, leadership, business, and wellness, love it. How do you, as a leader, embody both? How do you help women create scalable, sellable businesses? That is me. That is what I do. That is what I absolutely love. That is what I've done personally. So therefore, I'm able to show people the pathways to do so. I also always remain curious. What does that mean? I am forever a student. I will never say I know everything about business. There is no way that you can absolutely know everything, because things change on a daily basis. That's why I remain a forever student. And being a forever student, that means I'm keeping my ear to the ground. That means I'm constantly pouring into myself so I can learn. So therefore, I can bring it back to my clients, embody it myself, and then bring it back to my clients. Say, okay, this is how you need to maximize what you offer to get your business to the next level. Okay, establish thought through leadership content, speaking, and social proof. So I'm going to break this down. Leadership content. How can you establish proof as a leader? Leadership content examples: blog writing, article writing, um, really putting your voice out there. It could be showing up with carousel statements, offering quotes of the day. That's one of the things I do in my Instagram community. I offer a leader quote of the day. Like things like that start solidifying and cementing you in people's heads to say, oh, okay, she knows what she's talking about. Oh, okay. The next one is speaking engagements. Start speaking. Start getting in front of people. No podcast or no stage is too small, because trust and believe there's going to be somebody who does not know who you are. So, with that being said, how do you do that? You start showing up. You start pitching yourself to certain podcasts. And if you don't know how to do so, book a call with me. There's a whole method for it, and I got it. But that's how you make a commitment, like making a commitment to be on somebody's podcast at least once a month, making a commitment to speak up, and then creating social proof. Whom have you helped? Where are your client testimonials? Where are your client reviews? Let people know that this person actually knows what they're talking about because I've worked with them, right? That's what your client should say about you. So creating a Google My Business page. Creating your Google My Business page is great because people can go in there and they can leave you reviews, and you can also reply back. You can create a Yelp business page. I prefer Google myself, but when I tell you reviews will keep you paid. Reviews, it solidifies you as a leader. So make sure you do that for yourself. Finally, is building trust through consistency, storytelling, and brand clarity. Building trust, again, remember I stated the know, like, trust factor. So go from being seen to being known. People have to know who you are, they have to like who you are, they have to trust you. And then from there, even still, it takes a minimum of 7 times for them to spend their money with you. Okay, so build consistency in storytelling. You should be able to tell people what you do in less than 10 seconds. That is creating an effective elevator pitch. And if you don't know how, I can help you with that. But creating an effective elevator pitch, and when you start speaking and showing up on different podcasts, the verbiage starts to be able to flow off your tongue because you're telling a consistent story. Share your story, share your journey. People need to know how you got from 0 to 100. They want to know that. They want to know the peaks and the valleys. They want to know the hardships and the wins. They want to know all of that. So share that. We don't want to just share the tip of the iceberg. We want to go into all the ugly things that, success is actually built on, the things that have rooted you and the things that have cemented you into who you are today. So you want to make sure that you are telling your story and that it is clear. If you don't know, you ever run into a business or a person and they talk about their business and it's like, what do you do? Even still, when they say, it's like, what, So when you are thinking about creating brand clarity, you want to make sure that you are speaking as if you were talking to a 10-year-old. That's how simple I want it. I can speak, business terminology all day. I can speak wellness terminology all day. But who am I talking to? And so I want you to think about your verbiage and practice your verbiage and get skilled at breaking your business and brand down as if you are talking to a 10-year-old. Okay? We want to keep it simple. You know that term, keep it simple, stupid? We want to keep it simple, okay? All right. The next one is shifting. Shift from selling services to creating signature offers. So for me, I have the LeadHer framework that I work with. And LeadHer is actually, broken down. And it is a framework that I take my clients through in order to get them to their desired outcome. So creating signature offers. And it doesn't mean lowball. Creating signature offers that speak to your demographic. You have to understand who your ICP is. What is an ICP? It is an ideal client profile. You have to understand who your client is. Get into the graphics, the demographics and the psychographics of your ideal client. If you don't know who that is, It will help you get clear with your branding, with your marketing, with your messaging. So make sure you understand who your ICP is. Who is your ideal client? Who are you talking to? What do they do? How much money do they make? Where do they live? Do they vacation? Do they have disposable income? Where are they getting their messages? Is it on Facebook or is it through TikTok? Because it will help you. How do they vacation? What kind of clothes do they wear? What is their social circle like? When I tell you, the clearer you are and who you are, what is the age range? The clearer you are and who your ICP is, the better your signature offers will be, the more effective your selling is going to be. So you must understand first and foremost who you are talking to. Okay. Stop customizing endlessly. We don't customize offers. I don't customize offers. No, no, I don't customize offers. I package transformations. That is what I do because I know I'm damn good. I give a shit. Like I really care a lot. I don't know if I should be cussing. But anyway, you understand the point. Stop customizing. Customization creates more work. No, when you're clear about your branding, your messaging, and your offering, then people who, before they even decide to work with you, they already know who you are, what you do, and how you will help them get from A to Z. Okay? Because you create transformative experiences. Okay? And in doing this, you're solidifying again your thought leader position. The next one is build tier offers that honor your value and your client's readiness. Tiered offers are excellent. It meets people at various different levels without you compromising your messaging, without you compromising your value. So creating a tiered offer is excellent. So again, one of the things is like you can work with me in a group setting, you can work with me one-on-one. There is a difference in both of those. Okay? Even in my experiences that I offer and the events that I have coming up, there's tiered offers in there. Even in the memberships, there's tiered offers in there. Okay? So get into creating tiered offers. The next one is make your genius tangible and irresistible, but scalable. Okay. Make it tangible. Make sure people can gain the value. They can instantly be able to feel like your transformation experience and knowledge is going to take them a place that they can't get to themselves. So, working with you will be the answer to their problem. You are the solution. Your job as an entrepreneur is to create the solution, is to find the problem, execute the solution. Okay. And before people decide to work with you, they should already know that. How do they know that? Because they've done, hopefully, their due diligence, meaning they've researched who you are, they understand your messaging and your branding because you've shown up consistently, and you have offers that speak to them. The next one is be irresistible. What happens if people don't work with you? Ask them that. What will happen if you don't work with me? Okay. And then inviting scalability, the different offers, the different tiers, membership programs, group coaching, or, group consulting, or whatever your offers are that work within your business model, or private clients. Private clients are VIP clients. Your private clients are VIP clients. So when people sign up for my VIP level, they understand, yeah, I'm going to pay this money, but guess what? She got what I need. And she understands where I need to go. And she understands how to put systems in place that will bring me money and that will also create an exit strategy for myself. Okay. Finally, it is shift from solo hustler to aligned leader. You are a leader. Leaders move differently. We move differently, right? So elevate from doing it all or feeling like you have to do it all to building community. Build community, collaboration. Collaboration is key. I love collaborating. I love supporting people who bring equal value and we can execute a mission together. I mean, building community is one of the best things to to do. I mean, you can share in there, network in there, accountability sessions are in there, ideas exchange, creating mastermind spaces, like create community wherever you go. Finally, well, not finally, step into power partnerships, mentorships, and collective elevation. Okay, again, collaboration, old school networking, mentorships, these are excellent ways to go into alignment as a leader. You are not a solo hustler. What you don't have to be. What you have, somebody has already done it before. You don't have to invent the wheel, or you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't. Be forever curious. Be forever a student. One of the things that separate the good from the great is we are always learning. All right. Next thing is know when to pause, know when to pivot, and know when to press fast forward boldly. This is a good one. This is a good one because oftentimes we don't honor when we need a pause. And this is why wellness embodiment is so important to me as a woman in leadership. I don't subscribe any longer to the hustle culture. Hustle culture kills us. I do not subscribe any longer to that. And because of that, I'm clear in direction. I understand who my ideal client is. My offers are premium. I feel more rested and clear so I can be as directed as I need to be able to reach you. Like, no longer subscribing to hustle culture, pushing the pause button, honoring the rest that needs to take place in you, honoring the fact that busyness doesn't equate to productivity. Honor that. Listen to that. We don't operate in fatigue, we operate out of overflow. We do not operate out of fatigue and exhaustion. Stop wearing exhaustion as a badge of honor. We don't do that over here. The next one is know when to pivot, know when something isn't working, know when the market isn't going in that direction and you need to switch it up. Again, this is about being astute. This is about being a forever student and knowing and paying attention to what your audience is vying for. This is about understanding what's working in your business and brand and industry and knowing when you have to release something or implement a system. Okay. Next thing is know when to go hard. Know when to go hard and making sure that you have the systems and the people there to support you pressing the go button boldly and showing up and owning your authentic voice, showing up. And I don't care how many brands are out there or people are out there doing what you are doing in your industry. There's only one you. So you have a collective experience in life that they don't have. So your voice is automatically going to be unique. What you bring to the table is automatically going to be unique. So show up in that, own that in confidence. Okay. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop them in the chat because I will definitely read them and try to answer your questions. So, what do I have coming up? There is, if you're saying like Tracie, how help, Tracie, help. So there is the Leader Sprint group coaching program that starts in a couple of weeks. The information is in the description. Get in there. Get in there so you can stop second guessing or feeling stuck. My job is to take the stuck to scalable. My job is to take your ideas that are percolating up here and to put them into managing systems and flow, but also making sure that your brand is consistent, making sure that you are showing up in your authentic voice and space, making sure that you are operating in your zone of genius, making sure that you are developing that know, like, trust factor, making sure that you are coming from behind. If you are coming from a corporate space, you are coming from behind that corporate veil and showing up. Okay, so get into the Leader Sprint program. That is a 6-week group coaching program where I will take your concept and give you the actual systems in place to grow. And then also what I do that I absolutely love is because I've sold businesses is I bring that element to the equation. It's not just about creating businesses, but how are you creating something that leaves a legacy, but you can also monetize on? That's what I care about. I care about y'all getting paid. All right. And if you are not ready for the group coaching program, no worries. I got something for you. There is a LeadHer um, Launchpad, and it is a self-paced online virtual space to where you can go at your own pace and you can get the necessary strategies and development that will take your business to so you can get ready for the LeadHer Lab where we can get in there and really get some good work going for you. So get into something that supports your evolution, that supports your growth to where you can show up and in your authentic voice and space, but you can own it like a boss. You are a leader, okay? So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. I absolutely appreciate it. My name is Tracie Collins. If you need to get in touch with me, all the information is linked, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.